Hello everyone, my name is Negin Shahmaktan, and in this video I am presenting my internship assignment. Regarding the background, my internship took place in a private high school, Inception High School, at the guidance department. The reason that I chose this internship is that as an immigrant who came to Canada as an adult, I felt lost when it came to finding my way through the Canadian educational system. While working in private schools as a tutor, I witnessed that I wasn't alone, and many of the kids who come to Canada as an international student face similar and more severe issues. I also saw how dependent these students were on the help of the guidance counselors in these schools. That is why I wanted to learn if there is an effective framework that could help the counselors in this very hard but critical role. My learning goal for this internship was to understand effective methods of counseling and mentoring, which helps students to achieve their goal in their academic endeavor, with a special focus on creating a smooth and effective transition for the international students. My success criteria were conducting individual and group counseling sessions to advise and assist students with academic and vocational development. Prepare a schedule for students and monitor progress for all of them as per graduation requirements. Evaluate the students' strengths and weaknesses and assist them in achieving their learning objectives. Develop and implement counseling strategies with contemporary methods of mentoring. Pay attention to societal and cultural differences in all student matters. My inquiry question was, how does the guidance department support international students in their pathway to success, and how would learning about guidance help me in effective teaching and learning? I chose cold experiential learning style theory as my internship framework. For the first cycle, concrete experience, I worked in the guidance department as an assistant to learn more about the role of the counselors in the school, especially in dealing with international students. For the second cycle, reflective observation, I tried to reflect on my experience in the guidance department in order to draw out the meaning in it and how can I use that meaning as a guide in my future profession. The third cycle, abstract conceptualization, happened when I completed my research and did annotated bibliography to make conclusion about what I have learned from this experience. And the last cycle happened when I planned for my future job from this experiment. Key points. While researching for the most effective counseling methods to help international students, I realized that despite the great number of international students around the world, the academic world has just recently started looking into the specific needs of these students. Overall, the literature seems to have approached this issue from a few different aspects. First of all, mental and personal support. It is clear that international students, like domestic students, go through personal, physical, mental, and educational developments at the same time. The main difference is that most of the international students have lost all or most of their support system moving to a new country. This highlights the critical role of a counselor in providing mental and personal support to these students. Second is self-awareness for the teachers and counselors. It is easy to think everyone shares similar beliefs and values as we do. But the truth is that people are very different, and especially those from other countries and cultures might have vastly different values and belief structures than ours. To effectively help the international students, both teachers and counselors need to have and develop a high degree of self-awareness. They need to understand their own biases, their belief systems, and how it might be different from those of the students they work with. This can be a major barrier to their effectiveness. The third one is training for counselors and teachers. Although teachers and counselors both have gone through professional training before entering their roles, they haven't been adequately trained to deal with international students. Research suggests that teachers and counselors need training in communication skills, counseling skills, skills in handling cases in both personal problems and family problems, interpersonal skills, and knowledge related to guidance and counseling. The fourth one is evolution of the guidance departments. Researchers seem to think that the structure of the guidance departments hasn't evolved enough to capture the requirements of the new demographic distribution of our current school systems. Transactional nature of the current processes, which treat all the students the same, isn't enough or effective in dealing with the large number of international student populations. That it requires a lot more personalized and specific support. In other words, the one-size-fits-all approach does not work anymore. Regarding the discussion and conclusion, my learning goal was to understand effective methods of counseling and mentoring with a special focus on creating a smooth and effective transition for international students. I can say that during my internship and while preparing for it through research, I learned a lot from what the role of a counselor entails, its challenges, and its rewards. Taking part in individual counseling sessions, I witnessed the importance of the interpersonal skills of the counselor, the crucial effect of trust in the relationship between a student and the counselor, and how it deeply affects the effectiveness of the counseling processes. To my surprise, the mechanics of a counselor's work proved to be less important than I thought. So, those success criteria that I listed before, like preparing student schedules, helping them pick the right topics, and helping them navigate the educational system, is the easier part of the counselor's job. Their main challenge is in building trust and a fruitful relationship with the students, especially considering that the majority of interaction has currently shifted from in-person to online due to the pandemic requirements. My internship took place at a private high school, and I believe their guidance department was overall in a better position to deal with international students than a typical public high school. The fact that the school employs counselors with similar cultural backgrounds to its international students is a huge advantage that improves the effectiveness of their practices. Compared to a public school, they have far fewer students and proportionately more counselors to help their international students. That being said, I could still see the challenges they face. I can only imagine how challenges it would be for these students if they had to go to a regular public school where support is more scarce and also unfamiliar with their cultural norms and background. On a final note, I think one of the most important aspects of a teacher as a counselor is the ability to be self-aware and empathetic. Self-awareness reflects on our actions and making changes to improve ourselves to become better people and better teachers. Empathy stands in the shoes of our students, especially the international students, and seeing our class through their eyes, remembering what it's like to learn a foreign language, how that affected us physically, mentally, and emotionally. Thank you so much for watching my video.